And we're live. And we're live. What is going on, everybody? What a windy day it has been here in Houston. I came home from lunch and I had a cactus that fell over. I had a Barbados cherry tree that I thought had snapped in half. And so I was doing my best when I got home tonight to propagate it. I cut it back like crazy. Barbados cherries. This one in particular, I got for free from an organization called Trees for Houston here in the Houston area. They're a nonprofit that gives away free trees. Go follow them on Facebook. They do like monthly giveaways. But anyway, I got that Barbados cherry for free earlier this year, and it's giving out a couple cherries. But the thing about the Barbados cherry is it is not cold tolerant. So I was gonna have to cut it back anyway to get it to fit in the greenhouse over winter. So that's what I was doing before this. Whew, it has been just so busy lately. It has been so busy. I am behind on videos. If you're seeing a video, I posted a video today of the giant desert rose. That's 3 weeks old almost now. 3 weeks old. That's how behind I am on editing because of all the events and everything. So this past weekend was the last event of the year. So now it's time to get caught up on content and then get some stuff done around the house. How is everybody doing? If you are in the chat tonight, let me know where you're watching from, what you got going on. Happy Monday. The week has just begun and I wish it was already over. No, I'm just kidding. It's one of those weekends where it's one of those weeks where I have Friday off and I got some cool stuff I got to, I got Friday off, but I got stuff I got to do. So I'll be running around Houston all day Friday doing some things, going to see some folks. But yeah, I'm excited. This has been 2024 has been so crazy for me. 2024 has been like the wildest year of my life. It almost feels like, I think every year, I always say that. I think maybe every year is the craziest year of my life. 2024 is a crazy year, an important year for a lot of reasons, but it's just been a great year for gardening and gardening content. Lubbock, Texas. What's going on, Christina? Christina Waterman, how's it going? Yeah, I mean the hurricane seasons, like they're talking about. There's another tropical storm out in the Gulf right now that it could be hitting. It looks like it's going there straight to Baton Rouge right now. But that cone of uncertainty can always shift. They're saying it could be hitting Louisiana, I think, as early as like Saturday. I don't know. It's pretty wild. Hopefully something happens and it dies out in the Gulf. I don't know if we don't need any more storms. It has been steady raining here in the Houston area for going on probably a week and a half now. Half an inch of rain. I gotta put my when I demoed out my dragon fruit bed, and when I took the stand apart, I moved my rain gauge, that little electronic rain gauge that like has a little monitor, little weather station inside the house. I took it apart. I took the dragon fruit thing and I brought that inside, so I need to put that back out so I know how much rain I'm getting. You think you found me a way of Cog Hill Squad? Well, that is awesome. I love the Cog Squad. The Cog Squad are my kind of people. I think a lot of people have met me through Jason, and what a coincidence. Jason is going to be on the podcast this week. Him and a first-time guest, Mr. Greg from Haas Seeds. I have been a fan of Greg's for a while now. Is my internet looking bad? It buffered once, I think, but I think it's been okay so far. Is it acting weird in anyone else's part? What's going on, Haley? But it might be my internet. I woke up this morning and my freaking water was out. I usually wake up and shower, brush my teeth, all that stuff. And my wife woke me up and she was like, "Hey, there's no water." I'm like, "What?" Oh my God. But it came on pretty quick. But yeah, this week on the garden party, we're going to have Phil, always Phil's Figs, of course. We're going to have Jason, returning guest, and we're going to have Greg from Haas Seeds on. And Greg is really cool. He puts out a lot of good content, very knowledgeable. I look forward to talking to him a little more. I've talked to him on the phone a couple times. We've exchanged some emails and stuff like that. He was going to be at the Great Fall Garden Festival in Alabama when I was there, but I think he had a death in the family, so he wasn't able to make it. But I'm looking forward to finally meeting him and getting to know him a little better. I really want to hear what it was like, starting a seed company and everything like that, and how they got started, and what it's like running that. And I know they also had some storm damage. I think they're in Georgia, and they had some storm damage from those hurricanes. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be going. I don't have any more events this year. I don't have any more events like meetups or anything like that, but we're probably going to be having maybe some more impromptu things. I know this Friday I'm going to tour the big Creekside facility up in Hempstead. I've never been up there. I'm excited to go see that. So I'm going to do a video tour of their place and check out where everything comes. A lot of stuff you buy at nurseries around here in the Houston area are from Creekside, and you don't even know it. So I'm actually excited to go see what the facility looks like and check out that stuff. And so that'd be cool. And then I'm gonna go by the Nelson Plant Food facility over in Belleville and see them. I'm actually gonna go probably meet some barbecue at the Belleville Meat Market. It's ironic that I've got the cup right here, but the Belleville Meat Market is really good, and they have really good beef jerky. It's downtown. It's a real old. Well, it looks like old. I guess it looks old. I think it probably has been around for a while. It's like a gas station, meat market, barbecue place, and they have like Jack Daniel's beef jerky. I think I got that last time. It was pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna go by the Belleville Meat Market and probably give me some lunch. And it always does this. I don't know what it is. I'm literally connected to the wall. I have good internet speed. I don't know why it does that little thing. I don't know. Something with StreamYards. We may be moving away from StreamYards shortly. I don't know. I didn't have this issue on Riverside, although I had the streaming accessibility is different. I'm not going to get into the weeds about that, but we may be looking around and seeing what's better. Let's see. Love Mr. Greg. Yes, me too. Texas Garden Guy. What's up? What's up, David? How's it going, man? I just ordered a few things from Victory Seeds. Didn't know they were in the DFW area. Absolutely. Yeah. I think I've heard of Victory Seeds. So there's Victory Seeds. If they're in the DFW, I have to look it up. There's also up here in the Texas area. Here in Texas, the Texas area is pretty big. But David's Garden Seeds is in San Antonio, and they're veteran owned. So I really like that. So if you're and they actually have a storefront too. So if you want to go check them out, I buy from an assortment of different companies when it comes to seeds. I just got a new seed organizer because I'm actually paying closer attention to the seed packets. So yeah, I go from a couple of different seed companies. I don't always I'm not strictly like one seed company. I don't know. San Diego Seed Company has some good stuff. Baker Creek's got some good stuff. Haas Tools got some good stuff. Haas got some really good stuff for sure. I'm excited to try some more of their stuff. I'm going to do a bunch of different squash this next year. If I have room with all my onions and garlic, and y'all are going to see that, the video will be up soon of that. I'm probably going to be posting like maybe 3 videos this week to get caught up because it gets dark at 5:30. Man, I was so aggravated when I got home today. Daylight savings time has ended. And so now I got to work this morning. And it was bright sunshine. I just about to wake up early and start gardening in the morning because it's full sun the first thing. And then I get up at 5 o'clock. I drive 10 minutes home, and at 5:30, it's already dark. I hate daylight savings time. I thought they had a petition to get rid of it a while back. I don't think it's as necessary anymore. I really don't. I would love that extra hour of sunlight in the evening. I don't know. I don't know enough about that. I hate when it falls back. I hate when it falls back and I don't have as much time in the evening because I think a lot of us get a lot of our gardening stuff done when we get home from work, We get home from work and then, we get home and it's already dark. It's kind of hard to do it. Luckily, I've got my little thumper. This company, Elgin, ELGIN, they make this little it's a clip-on Bluetooth speaker, and it's nice when you're working out in the garden. I don't throw my headphones all the time, so I like it. But it's also got a built-in little flashlight. So I was out there earlier and I was listening to something, and I had my little thumper on, and then turn the flashlight on. I was able to finish what I was doing. Let's see. I've been ordering David's Garden Seeds and Haas. Yes. And make sure to order them on their sites. Don't go to Amazon for their seeds. Go to their actual site and order from them. Uh, I'm here to tell you because I've heard from so many people, and it's so crazy how much markup Amazon charges. It is ridiculous the amount of money they charge these people. It is insane. So if you can avoid ordering from Amazon, don't order from Amazon. The Senate passed it and the House didn't. Of course. Man, I think you should get rid of it. I don't think it really matters anymore. I don't know. Farmers might disagree with me. That's a whole different community, by the way. When you get farmers and gardeners together, that's two different. You think like farmers and gardeners are like in the same genre, same category, but they're really not. I know a lot of farmers, and they say like I can't garden, and there's gardeners, and I couldn't farm. I don't mean on that large scale. Going from large scale, small scale, it's kind of different when you're doing quality versus quantity, organic versus non-organic. It's kind of different. Um, Even with different audiences. Like when I go hang out with Farmer Froberg, he does some gardening stuff, but most of it's farming. Like even that is like it's a little different. Like our audiences are probably like some people probably follow me, they don't follow him. Some people follow him, they don't follow me. So it's a little different. Let's see. Yeah, then you set it and leave it go. Set it and forget it. Yeah, I don't like daylight savings time at all. But I did finish up the studio. The studio area looks pretty good. Got a couple more things I want to do. I'd like to have some more lights in here, not like more mood lights, but more like backlight. I need like a backlight that shines from behind me. But most part, I think it looks pretty good. I like the new setup. For the record, I'm aware that Himalayan sea salts lamps don't have like any actual effect, like like positive vibrations or anything. But I think they look cool. So I just had those in the background, and there's the what is this little box from Transformers? The little thing, the All Spark. I think that thing is cool. I actually saw that on a TikTok video, and I was like, I gotta have that. That's pretty neat. You can change the colors and everything, different modes, speed it up or whatever. I like it. We'll go right there. Boom. I like that little thing. Let's see. Farmers hate it. It's a myth that they demanded daylight saving times. Animals want a reliable routine. Yeah, I think it's strange, and I think it's really strange the daylight savings time. It's really, really weird. I don't think. I mean, maybe like I said, maybe it was something at one time that somebody needed, but I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I don't know the history of daylight savings time, but I would rather not have it. I would just have that extra hour back. I like to go back an hour forward. I think that's how it works, right? So they moved it back. So yeah, okay. I don't know. Either that or I need to start going into work an hour early. Just going to work an hour early and then not have to be an hour late home to get in the garden. But it's okay. The good thing about being home at 5, it getting dark at 5:30 is usually I don't come inside and start editing videos until it's dark. So if I only have like an hour of gardening that I can do outside, then that's pretty much the rest of the time I can be editing. So yeah, and honestly, it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, Haley, she was saying I do all my gardening with a headlamp, proper night owl fashion. So I love the time change. Yeah, actually, I have gone out and done some gardening with my headlamp on. I have an O light. It's really, really nice. And I had the flash. Oh yeah, I had the flashlight, and it's really, really powerful. And I couldn't find the headlamp for a long time, and I just refound it. So yeah, it's got a nice little headlamp. I need to get the all charged up so I can go do stuff like that. I went out and I put a fertilizer out one night. I went out and put fertilizer out. So, and I did that in the evening because I knew it was going to rain the next day. So that was kind of nice. And you don't need, much light to put fertilizer out. Just watch out, make sure my dog doesn't eat it. Good thing, I mean, my dog only licks organic fertilizer, so it should be okay. I mean, nothing's happened, but like if I turn my back and he's over there, he'll start licking my organic fertilizer. He loves that Nelson Plant food, all organic vegetable, or they're all organic tomato. He loves licking that stuff. I don't know. I guess it tastes good. It's probably made out of like I mean, I don't know what it's made out of specifically. If it's organic, it's probably okay. I mean, I wouldn't eat it, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm excited for Wednesday. I haven't had Jason on. I haven't really. I text Jason from Cog Hill pretty often. We probably text a couple times a week, but I haven't had him on the pod since I went out to Alabama for the Great Fall Garden Festival. And that was in September. So I figured he was sick of me, so I gave him a break. But I'm excited to get him back on. We got some really good episodes coming up though of the Garden Party. If you aren't a regular watcher of the Garden Party, make sure to tune in for that. It's every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So this week we've got Greg and Jason. And then next week we're going to have Des back and we're going to have Tracy. And then I've got a week where I don't have anybody booked. So it's been a while since we've done a me and Phil catch up. Or I know we even talked about doing a fig episode because I know the fig hunter wanted to come back on and probably get either Pro Fig or Ross Ratty or even Earth Tails and Snails. I always screw up his name, but his name's Phil Longo. But then after that, we have the week of Thanksgiving. It's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. We've got Garden Marcus back on. If you didn't watch the episode with Garden Marcus, I highly recommend going to watch the episode with Garden Marcus. Like that, the episode, like if you don't know who Garden Marcus is, oh my God. That is the sweetest, nicest man I've ever met in my entire life. And I've never actually met him in person. I've only met him online. And we were all in tears. Like at the end of the episode, that was like one of the most emotional episodes we've ever had. He's the most positive dude I've ever met. So I couldn't think of anyone better for the week of Thanksgiving, talk about being thankful and stuff like that to have back on. So Garden Marcus will be back on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. But so I'm really excited for that as well. But yeah, we'll have Jason and Greg. I always want to say Gary. It's Greg from Haas on. I have a headlamp and a black light for bug squashing. I have a black light flashlight too. Yes, the black light flashlight I have is not great. I want to get a newer, better one. I bet they make I wonder if they make a headlamp that's a black light. I wonder if they have that. I'd like to use that. Yeah, because you can find like scorpions and hornworms and even like some mushrooms and spiders and stuff will glow in the dark. I use a black light for mood setting instead of my posters. That was a few decades ago. Black light makes some, hard to find insects. Yeah, like a lot of stuff has, will glow under a black light. It's really neat. Yeah, get fig with it. We definitely need to do some fall episode. We need to bring the fig guys back. And we've even talked about having some episodes that are hosted on Phil's Figs channel. So if you don't already, go follow Phil's Figs, my co-host for the Garden Party. He's with me every single week on Wednesday. We talked about doing some episodes, like especially like fig-centric videos, like fig-centric episodes of the Garden Party, hosting them on his Facebook or his YouTube channel. Like, so if you were going to go live on his YouTube channel, you'd want to follow him. You'd see me and him there. So, I mean, but if you're already following him, you don't have to worry about it. You'll see it. You have me going to Fred Reyes this weekend to get one of those jobs. Shout out to Dennis. Yeah, Dennis came out to Fred Reyes when I was out there for the fall fling, and it was so funny. I think he ended up with like 2 or 3. And I posted my video this morning of that giant adenium that I got. And I paid, honestly, $150 is not that bad. The other one that I thought I was going to get was $125. It was toward the front. And I'm not going to, I kind of already gave it away. I was kind of hoping that Rachel and them would hide it or put it away so that I can get it in the spring. Cause I didn't want to get, I don't know. The one that I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give it away. So, but I'll go ahead and say it. So There was a desert rose that Rachel and Fred over at Fred Reyes Nurseries, they had at the front of the greenhouses. There was like the big display one. It was blooming like crazy. It was really nice. When I looked a little bit closer, because I thought I was going to get that one, I looked a little bit closer, and you could see like on the inside of. I think I videoed this. I think I have it from the vlog. I haven't put the vlog out from that day, but when I looked a little bit closer, I dug. I always get in there and squeeze around, feel for soft spots on the Codex, and I'm spreading the dirt, kind of going like a half an inch deep and see how it feels. I saw like a cavernous like opening on the inside, and I was like, "What is going on in here?" And I found out what that was because Rachel came up, the Fred Reyes's daughter, who runs the business a lot of the times. She explained to me that that desert rose was sitting on the ground during Hurricane Harvey, and it sat there the entire time. Because of that, it got rotten. And so what they had to do to save it was basically like carve it out like a pumpkin on Halloween, carve it out like a pot and carve all that rot and all that nastiness out to get all clean, Codex. And then they had to seal it. I don't know what they use to seal it. I'm sure everybody uses something different. They make a sulfur paste. They make all kinds of stuff to seal up like a rotten Codex. But they succeeded. And so it's basically a big Codex, a bunch of stuff going on top, but it's almost hollow. And I wasn't sure how it was going to look when I pulled it up. And I also didn't have a tall one. I didn't have a tall desert rose like the one I did get. So I went with that one. I mean, when I go and look at desert roses, I've got a bunch of different, I got 30 to 40 desert roses in my backyard. And each one, I never go in and just buy like 6 desert roses at one time. Like I just, that. When I'm going through the nursery, I'm looking around at all the plants and everything. I'm looking around like what catches my eye, what like has a certain striking, feature. That's one thing I usually, I'm always looking for desert roses and new exotic plants and other things. But I never really go into any of these nurseries like planning on like, oh, I have to get one of these. I have to get one of those. I usually go look around until one of them speaks to me. One of them like catches my eye, and that one with the two, codexes, the two arches coming up out of the main codex. I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful. And I'm gonna have all winter to think about what I'm gonna do to shape it. In the spring, I'm so excited, so freaking excited to get started, and that plant is gonna be so beautiful when I'm done with it. But stuff like that. I mean, I don't consider myself a bonsai artist. I do, I do certain bonsai like techniques, like the bonsai soil and shallow pots and the screens, the mesh. Uh, but I don't really do much wiring. I've got a couple that are wired, but I typically don't do much wiring. It's just complex, and I don't know. I got a book I need to read. I got a bunch of books I need to read over winter. Someone was asking in the chat what books I have on the shelf. I'm not going to get into all of them, but like most of what I read, it's gonna sound stupid, but I watched the Terminal List on Amazon with Chris Pratt, and I saw the Joe Rogan episode with the author Jack Carr. And so I got into the books. I watched that season and I loved it. And now I'm on book number 7 of that. So that's the top shelf right here on this side. And then I also watched the other Amazon show, Reacher, which is based on Lee Child's The Killing Floor. And so I'm on book number 7 of the Jack Reacher series. I'm trying to go in order. I like to read when I have time. It just seems like lately I don't have any time to read anything. But I've got so many books that I need to catch up on and get caught up on. Stuff like soil science. Like I want to get caught up on some books. I don't know. I can't do audiobooks either. I can't do it. Have I seen the Wong Ancient Pomeri? I have not. I didn't know. I have to look it up. We'll see. Muang Anshin Plumeria. Let's see. Oh wow. Okay, so we talked about these. Yeah, we were talking about these with the Plumeria Papa. Yeah, we were talking about these with him. These are like the most desired desert or not desert roses, plumerias. He was talking about this. Go ahead and share it. Yeah, he was talking about these. These are the black purples. Yeah, these are like one of the most desirable ones. I mean, I don't know how rare they are. I think they're probably pretty rare. I mean, we'll see. These are I'm showing what prices they are shopping. I think that's a fake color. I don't think they actually get that color. So I think I looked at it last time. Um, don't buy your freaking seeds on Amazon. Don't buy any seeds on Amazon. How about that? Don't buy any seeds on Amazon at all. Buy straight from the manufacturer. I say that, but I also kind of I had an incident where uh I had ordered some adenium seeds from Thailand, and I ordered them back in like July or August. And I was like, okay, well, am I gonna get a tracking number? And like after I'd already paid like not $100, like maybe $75 for a bunch of seeds of different varieties. I looked down like, okay, where's my tracking number? And it's from Thailand. And they're like, "Oh, there's no tracking number. It's impossible to supply a tracking number." I'm like, "That doesn't make any sense," but okay. And so like, oh, if you're in, like, they're listing off all the different countries. So like, if you're in France, like, and you don't get your seeds within 6 weeks, you can consider them lost. Reach back out to us, and we'll either refund you, or we'll send you another package. And so I didn't get it'd been like 8 to 10 weeks, and I had not gotten my stuff, and I think after 7 weeks, if you haven't gotten your seeds, then you're supposed to, like, reach out to them. So I did that, and now it's coming into, like, November, and so I probably won't get these freaking seeds until, like, December or January, which is not the best time to start desert roses. You'll see my videos. I've had okay I mean, I guess I've had okay success starting them inside. I'm gonna be doing a whole video redoing my entire, not greenhouse, my garage with all my shelves and everything. I'm going to be basically pulling out my entire garage and redoing the whole thing. So I will have more room to store plants and organize stuff until it's not organized. Right now, I can barely walk in my garage. It's insane. But yeah, I'm excited to get that going, and I would love to get some more of those seeds. I would love to get the seeds in. So I got some really cool ones. So we shall see. I have not gotten like an order confirmation or anything like that. It's like the most craziest thing, and I don't know. So, but if you're ordering like your seeds here in the U.S. and you want like some good stuff, like you can order plumeria seeds from Hawaii. Like that's fine. Uh, or like if you order like tomato seeds or whatever, like order them in the contiguous United States. Go to like a reputable, either go in store and buy them in person, or go to a site that has like quality reviews, and someone recommends to you. That's always my thing is I ask people, what do you buy your seeds? How do you like it? And then I'll order some. But I typically don't order the same seeds every time though. I order different seeds from different people. Read Jaws, it's different than the movie. Yeah, I've heard that. I know. Is Jaws based on the actual events? Because I know the events were actually in like not Montauk. I think they were like in New Jersey, and I think it was a bull shark that was coming inland, I think. Yeah, I think Jaws is very loosely based on the book. But yeah, I'm super excited for this week. Like I said, I'm off Friday, thank God. And so I'm always yeah, the books are always different than the movie. And these books are different than the movie. Like these the Jack Reacher books, all the Lee Child's books that are different than the show have been. So even the what you call it? the terminal list ones. They're different than the show has been so far too. So, but yeah, I'm probably gonna keep it short and sweet for the podcast for the live tonight. Because I got so much editing I want to get caught up on. I want to get y'all more content. I would like to ideally get the next video out tomorrow morning. I can really get caught up. I want to do another garden tour. Maybe we'll do that like maybe I'll do like at lunchtime one day. I'll come home and I'll record do like a backyard garden tour, kind of like a November garden tour, and show y'all everything that I got going right now. I think I've videoed most of what I've done in the garden so far, except for the strawberries. I didn't film myself doing the strawberries, mostly because I was in a hurry, and also, let's see, I did a video. I did a video earlier on the spring where I put in a new raised bed, and I'm so limited on space in my yard, and I put this raised bed on a north side facing fence. It's a shorter bed, and so the stuff that was growing in there wasn't doing great because it wasn't getting a bunch of sun. It wasn't getting much sun, which is fine because you can always try different things in different spots. So I planted those bare root strawberries in that bed doesn't get a ton of sun, and they're doing fantastic. They're doing really well. And my goal with that strawberry bed is to turn it into a perennial strawberry bed. Turn it into a bed where, like, even during the summer, I mean, they'll go dormant. They'll go dormant. They won't produce strawberries in the summer, but I'll cover them up with straw or hay or whatever, keep them watered, and hopefully in the fall I can pull that straw off, and hopefully there will still be a live bare root under there, and I can just continue to get strawberries. But because they're in a shady spot of the yard, probably the shadiest spot of my yard, they'll probably do okay. So I'm excited about that. But I didn't video that. One, I was in a hurry. It was during, like, we had all this rain going on. And two, I wasn't sure. It's more of an experiment than anything. So we'll do an update. They all look great right now. They all have new growth and everything. And I wish I'd videoed it. It's just I didn't. So yes, New Jersey, I think it was a tiger shark. No, it wouldn't have been a tiger shark. Tiger sharks are, I think, almost primarily in the, let's see. I think tiger sharks are mostly in warmer waters. I don't think they go up to like that north. But I know I think for a fact that it was a bull shark, not a tiger shark. Let's see. I picked up a lot of old gardening and landscaping books specifically about our area out of the free section from that Galveston Farmer Market. I love finding gems like that, especially free ones. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I've got a book that I picked up that I haven't even been able to touch yet. And it might be in the other room. Let's see. I think it's over here. Where is it? Let's see if I can find it. I don't know where it's at. But it was written by Edmund O'Rourke and his buddy. And Edmund O'Rourke, let's see. That's not one of these, it's an older book. But it's by Edmund O'Rourke, and he is basically like the godfather of modern figs. He's the one that developed like a lot of the varieties. He was a professor at LSU, so like every LSU variety, him and his buddy had a hand in growing. And they basically called the book like Southern Growing for Old Farts or something like that, or Cantankerous Old Men or whatever. And I want to say I got it like second or third hand on eBay. And it was like the last copy. There's another book that I want, and I can't find it. If someone wants to buy it from me, they can buy it from me. The only place I've been able to see it is on eBay or like some of these old sites, but it's really expensive. Let's try to find it. I think this is it. Yes. Yeah, I'm finding out that I'm very much a codex person. I'm probably gonna be I'm probably gonna be um getting really into these exotic plants. I'm really into these desert roses, and I'm starting to get into other varieties of caudiforms or caudiciforms. And let's see. And he's got this book, and I was trying to find it anywhere, but I'm definitely becoming a collector now. So I can find this book. Hey, like bookmark, but it's like 200 something dollars. Yeah, it's right here. I'll share the link so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But it's like a lot of these books are like picture books, like reference books, and a lot of these they're finding different varieties of these plants all the time. I'll share the screen. I really like nice reference books and stuff like that. And so something like this guy named Gordon Rowley, and it basically like documents all the codiforms and Pachy calls. So I've been collecting a lot of these recently, and a lot of these are super expensive. What's really cool? I like collecting stuff and growing stuff that no one else is growing. You know what I mean? I think that stuff is really cool, and these are really popular with guys in like the desert area, like in Arizona and Southern California. And like you can find a plant like this that's like 3 foot tall and it's like $1,500. It's so crazy. So I'd love to like find out where to get seeds from and try to grow them myself. Like that'd be so cool. But I even found there's a guy at Mercer Botanical Garden. Oh, I didn't even talk about that yet. So I was the last event I had of the year was at Mercer Botanical Gardens. And if you're in the Houston area, oh my God, you need to go there because that was such a freaking cool place. I had no idea that place even existed. It's right off of, it's in Humble, but it's Mercer Botanical Garden. I don't know if it was free admission, if you pay to get in, but it's so worth it. So the organization Friends of Mercer invited me to come out there for their fall plant sale. And what they do is every spring and every fall, they do a plant sale. And a lot of these plants are ones that they propagated and grew themselves. Like it's really, really cool. I know a lot of master gardener sales, they they have these spring and fall sales. And I mean, I think most of those plants are bought. I don't know that they're growing a ton of them, but when I went to this Mercer Botanical Garden, they're not. I think some of them are master gardeners or naturalists or Native Plant Society members. They're like a conglomerate. Like they have several greenhouses over there. Like one is like a succulent greenhouse. They have like a fruit tree greenhouse. They have like several greenhouses, and I'm actually going to go back and meet with one of the guys who runs. He's like a park. It's weird. It's like a park ranger, and they take care of like that botanical garden. It's so cool. There's a couple of those people, and it was so much fun. So I'm gonna get to go back and take a tour. But the guy, Jacob, was there, and he had I think it was called Pachypodium. It's a caudiform, and it's like cactus mixed with like a desert rose, and it's so neat. I'll be doing a video on that soon. I got a couple different plants. I bought my first ginger. It's a short growing ginger, and it's sort of like a ground cover. It's what it seems like. It kind of they call it shingling because the leaves will come up and grow over, and it kind of has like a shingling effect. So I'm gonna probably keep those in the greenhouse over winter, and then maybe set it in like a shady area, like by my not fiddle leaf, brown turkey fig. Maybe even plant it into the mulch there, and kind of let it just do its thing. Might be kind of cool. Um, but I also got another banana plant. I had put off bananas for a long, long time, probably 2 years now. I just got tired of dealing with them. I had a blue Java banana that got pretty tall in a container, did really well, but I never got any bananas. It would die back, and I would get, if one banana plant dies, you're going to get two banana pups that are going to come up. If you get two banana pups that die back, you're gonna have four banana plants come up, so it's like it's a multiplying effect. But the banana I got was actually I think it's called a truly tiny banana. A truly tiny banana. They can be grown indoors, but they max out at 2 to 4 feet tall. See if I can find it. Truly tiny. Is it truly tiny banana? Yeah. Boom. Well, the tag. So it's so funny. The tag on the truly tiny banana, the tiny banana Musa that I got at the plant sale says, "Oh, between 2 and 4 feet tall." This one says between 3 and 8 inches in height. That's not right. Uh, but yeah, it makes little tiny bananas. I'll show the screen. Oh, it's like this is really cute. Let's see. Those are the bananas it makes. That's really tiny. Let's see. The world's smallest banana plant. Oh my god, that might be the cutest thing you've ever seen. So yeah, I'm gonna grow mine in a grow bag. And I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna put it in a grow bag, and I don't think it gets very tall. Kind of excited about it. Let's see. They're really cute. And something like this, if it's in a grow bag, especially, I can dig those pups up and I can split them up. If you put them in grow bags, you can really kind of do your thing with them. But yeah, I'm excited. I got one of those. I think I paid like $6 for that thing, or maybe it was more than that. I don't know. It wasn't very expensive, but it's really neat. Little tiny bananas. But the goal of that is I can put it out in full sun in that grow bag, and then whenever it cools down, I can put it in the greenhouse, and then go, who is that? She looks really familiar. Truly Tiny Super Dwarf Cavendish. She looks familiar too. Plant and heal. But yeah, no, I got one of those, and I'm excited to get that planted. It's in a little 1 gallon container. I could probably leave it in the 1 gallon container, but I will go ahead and put it in a grow bag probably maybe this weekend if I get some time. My grandpa is selling his house, so he is wanting me to come to his barn and see if there's anything that I want. I'm pretty much out of space in my garage, so like I probably only get some stuff that like I really really want. But it's always tough whenever your relatives or your family. Like my grandpa's like another dad to me, pretty much. So like, uh, it's kind of weird him selling his house. So it'll be a little emotional, I'm sure, but he needs some help moving some stuff out. He's going to be moving into a smaller house on less land, so it'll be more comfortable for him and easier for him to maintain, which will be great for him. So, but we'll go help him with that. He's going to try to do. They have a citywide garage sale where he's at over there in Danbury this weekend on Saturday, which is ironically when the tropical storm apparently is supposed to be coming through. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. It's still early on in that. I don't know how fast that thing's even moving. I think it's gonna hit the Caribbean like tomorrow or something. I don't know. With everything going on in the world, it's hard to pay attention to stuff like that. I just try to zone out and pay attention to my garden, honestly. So much going on in the world, it's hard to focus on one thing. There's just so much going on. Let's see. Crap. That must be why I always feel that strawberries planting in the wrong time. Is it too late to plant them now? Can I get them from Froberg's? So I got some plants. I can't say where I got my plants from. I can't say where I got my plants from. You can buy bare root online though. You can buy them either bare root or you can buy them in plugs. That is I don't think Froberg sells his strawberry plants. I think he does maybe sell some plants when he has extras. Um, but the best time to plant strawberries is over winter. So like you can plant them now, let them develop those root systems before we get a hard freeze. They are frost tolerant. They're strawberry. The plants themselves are frost tolerant. The fruit and the blooms are not frost tolerant. So if you have fruit or blooms on the plant and you get a freeze, the plant itself will survive, but it's going to drop those blooms and drop those little fruits, and the plant will be fine though. Yeah, that's the Houston area. That's the Houston area. Other places may be different. I know up in they had the strawberry jamboree over here in Lake Jackson a couple months ago, and I went to, and there was a guy who grew strawberries up in Lubbock. I think up there in the Panhandle, it's a little colder, so I think they have to actually put frost cloth on them regardless. But I don't know. I don't know enough about them. That's why I got some bare root ones. I'm trying them out. You can get them bare root, which is just the crown. And I called Froberg, and I was like, "Hey, how do I plant crowns?" And it was really cool because he's like, you take like a little. They have these little bars they have, and they're like they're almost like lawnmower blades, and they go down, they poke into the soil, and then they take the crown and set them up, and they just kind of go like a third of the way up, and then press them in, so that you bury the roots, but you don't bury the crown. You're not burying like the whole thing. You don't want to bury the whole thing in the ground. I'm sure Froberg's got some videos on it. He told me it's like an art. He said he's got like dudes out there planting thousands of strawberry plants, and he can walk through each, row, and he can tell which guy planted which plant just by like the artistry and like the expertise of it. What type? I've got medallion. I got medallion. I think medallion is one of the varieties. The person I got them from didn't give me all the varieties. Um, they kind of just had like I didn't get them online. I got them from a person here in the Houston area. I can be as vague as possible with this. I got them from a guy. It fell back of the truck basically, but I think some of them's medallion. So we'll see. Well, let's just hold up on what varieties I got. But one of them is medallion. A lot of the strawberries people grow around here in the Houston area are. I think there's like an all star. There is what's the other one? All star. God, let me find it. Another variety. There's a couple different varieties. Jorge sometimes has the all star varieties. There's the Texas Everbearing strawberries. I had a hanging basket with them in them. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. I'll share this because this is AgriLife information right here. Hey, when you want to find out the best variety of anything to grow here in the Houston area and probably anywhere in like any other states, you probably have a ag extension. So there's a production guide for strawberries. Let's see. Texas grown strawberries production guide. Let's see if anybody I know on here. Kevin Ong. Look at that. Hey, Dr. Ong. I know him. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. This is a whole book. It's 44 pages. Let's see if I can find what variety. Is there a table of contents somewhere? Let's see. Oh, this is a whole like this is a whole like guide. Let's see. Let's try to see the best varieties. This is neat. I wonder if this guy was at the I bet this guy was at the strawberry jamboree I was at. I wonder. Okay, here we go. So there's So I don't know if this goes into the varieties, but I remember him talking about this. So with strawberries, there's types of strawberries. Um, there's three general categories describing there's June bearing, spring bearing. So short day, June bearing or spring bearing, a long day, also called ever bearing, and day neutral. And so it was definitely a lot to short day is a festival variety. I'm trying to see varieties I'm familiar with. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's a list right here. So Chandler is one of them that we've grown. Chandler is one that's pretty popular here. That's the only one I see on this list. Chandler is the only one I've ever seen. I think that the Missouri County Master Gardeners, they were selling the Chandlers. I think there was another one. Hmm. I do know that plugs versus bare root. I think you want to do the bare roots planting in the as early like here like now is when you do bare root planting usually, and you do plugs. I think later on or even in the spring. Yeah, I think Russ Wallace was the guy. I don't know. I don't know enough about strawberries. That's hence why I didn't do a video on the strawberries I planted. I'm not the expert. Let's see. I want to grow alpine strawberries at some point. They blow grocery store strawberries away, but are tiny. They grow wild along my grandpa's field fences. Yeah, I have seeds for alpine strawberries, and I never can get them to even germinate here. I've never had luck. I wonder if it's a stratification thing or what. But I've never had alpine strawberries even germinate here. Witness protection strawberries. No, they're not witness protection strawberries. I just I go telling everybody where I got these from, then everybody's going to go there, and then that person might not be very happy with me. So I'm not going to tell anybody where I got the strawberries from. How about that? So, but no, it's not a like a crazy secret. It's just I was told not to tell anybody, so I won't tell anybody. Yeah, but I'm gonna hop off here, guys. I've got to get some videos edited. I want to try to get a video posted. It'll come out in the morning. We definitely need to do some content on overwintering plants. I know people were asking about that. They want to know. I had a guy message me and ask me about overwintering desert roses and stuff like that. And what do I do? How do I do it? Um, so this video tomorrow will be helpful. It's not necessarily about desert roses, but it is about overwintering and what to do with certain things. So it's a short and sweet video. And I like that. I did it all in one shot. All in one shot. It was nice. I need to try to do more videos like that where I don't have to edit much so that I can just put them out and post them and not have to worry about it. So that was a good video that only took 10 minutes to edit. Not that bad. So, but I really appreciate everybody hopping on. Like I said, if you're not already, please make sure to subscribe, follow on all the platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Stupid. Don't follow. Don't follow me on TikTok. But we'll be live on Wednesday with Phil's Figs as usual. And then we'll also have a returning guest, the Cog Hill Farms, Jason from Cog Hill Farms, and then a first-time guest, Mr. Greg Key from Haas Garden Tools. I'm looking forward to talking with him and finding out what what it's like running a seed company and all that good stuff and how everything got started. So I hope you all enjoy your week. I'll see you on Hump Day, and have a good one. Try to get some stuff planted today or tomorrow. Not today. It's already late, but I'll see y'all later.